ahead, sir.
Thank you for calling me in hot, Sean. It's always great to talk to Elise Mills because I'm the guy tweeting, we want to lease, free at 10 hours wherever I am in the world on Saturday. My world just stops.
Okay, go ahead with the question, Joe.
Sure, it's time to get to question period. I've heard about these severance payments to the Premier staff. I'm sure Elise would agree with me and maybe help me explain to people that these are people who worked in 12, 14-hour days, and in the case of at least Lara Dauphnee, the Premier's executive aide, and Martin Brown, they've been really pulverized on the Dipper blogs and really need some money and time to rebuild after their service, right?
Joe, good question, because this gets back to a provincial issue, and thanks for that call. And at least this is the $2.4 million in severance to 13 people fired by the new Premier, Christy Clark. They released the information this week, and Joe was right with those figures. These people had contracts, Elise, and the payouts, and I'm not defending, I'm just explaining the government's line here, were based on their contracts, their years of service, and their salaries.
I don't know if there's anything to talk about. Yeah. I mean, this is what we would see in the private sector as well.
Yes, it is.
It's not so much a firing as it is it's time for you to move on. And I don't think anybody in that room probably disagreed with that. So, and I think the exact same thing happened when Glenn Clark took over. It's the same thing that happened when any leader, a new leader comes in. And if the NDP are writing about it on blogs, it's a great way of creating some hype, I guess. But I don't think that any British Columbian would misunderstand why somebody would get severance. I agree with you, Sean. So I think
and I have to say, there have been some firings on the NDP side as well. Let's try to get one more.
Did you